Ready? Play.
So our next match we're going to be previewing is between Fabian Marozsan and Flavio Cobolli. Both players having a solid clay season. Cobolli obviously a very, very poor start to the year, but, found some form in Bucharest, was able to come through. And then, got a win in Monte Carlo, but then a very, I'd say, brutal loss to Shevchenko, where he was just spraying errors all over the place. Wasn't all there mentally, despite out baselining Shevchenko. And then you look at Marozsan, good little run in Monte Carlo, where he ended up losing to Monfils. And that was he came through qualies there, and then he had a good run in Munich and ran into I'd say a little bit more determined Zverev, a little bit more solid player there. So, doing his job, feeling probably good about his game, and now he's going to the altitude where I think the game might benefit Marozsan a bit in terms of his power off the ground. But you both, you look at both players, very rally tolerant, and I feel like it's a pretty good opportunity for both. What do you think about this matchup, Damien?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like the conditions for Marozsan a bit more. Just got like one of these like games where at least he was a clay specialist. I guess on the main tour, he's like kind of succeeding here or there from time to time, regardless of the surface. But like he is used to, let's say, producing his best results on clay, but at the same time has like a very risk heavy game. So someone like that should definitely enjoy it here. Obviously, last year he played his only Madrid event so far, and he lost to Cerundolo in the second round. I mean, nothing shameful about that. When they played once 3 years ago, he won, and that was also at like slight altitude in San Marino. Seems to me like, yeah, with that more hyper aggressive game than Cobolli, he kind of has a better chance of using the conditions to his advantage. Flavio also, I mean, yeah, he won Bucharest, and great achievement, but I'm not sold on that form long term so far because he hasn't showed it. I mean, really, just one tournament, and that was it, seemingly, at least for now. Obviously, Munich, you just mentioned that match against Shevchenko. I mean, what a crazy third set that was as well. I think he was 0-4 down, almost came back, then again lost it. Yeah, I mean, other than Bucharest, I haven't been too impressed. And honestly, I think he played one good match this season, and that was the final in Bucharest against Baez. And yeah, for that reason, I mean, I guess Marozsan looks like a slight favorite. Like it's like one of these cases where it's not that clear who's going to win, obviously, but it's clear who to give that small edge to, I guess, mostly because of what Fabi did last week in Munich as well.
Right. No, I'm right there with you. I think it's definitely been it's tough for Cobolli in terms of, last year this time he was, catching steam, catching momentum, and 2025 has been kind of a just I was gonna say a drought, but obviously he did win the title, but you just don't really know what you're gonna get from him, and I don't know. He's had a little bit of time now to gather himself, but yeah, I'm with you. You do have to give the probably, I mean, slight edge, but even more edge to Marozsan, especially at these Masters events where he tends to play his better tennis. Sometimes it just comes out no matter who's on the other side. So I do think Marozsan comes through here, and the Cobolli season doesn't get better, at least this week.
Yeah, it's kind of like evened out by now, I guess. But Marozsan does indeed have that incredible ATP 1000 record. Of course, Rome, the win over Alcaraz. There were two quarterfinals as well, right? I mean, Shanghai and another one that I'm forgetting right now. So yeah, right now the stats, obviously, because he's getting more sample size, more appearances in,
Right.
they are definitely not as impressive as they were at first. But still, for a player, let's say, of his achievements, he is, let's say, overperforming a little at ATP 1000 events compared to the others. So maybe there's something to it. I mean, I certainly think he should have a Madrid run at some point in his career. Just very good fast clay conditions for a player who loves this.
Right. And I mean, he's a fairly tall guy, so just a little bit higher bouncing right into his strike zone. Just uses the court and his weapons really well. So should be a good opportunity for him.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.